That small patch of green moss on your roof may look harmless today. In fact, many homeowners see it as a sign of a natural, weathered roof. But according to maintenance experts, that soft green layer could be trapping moisture against your roof tiles every single day, slowly shortening the life of the roof without any obvious warning signs. The dangerous part is that moss rarely causes immediate damage. It works slowly. As it spreads across the surface, it acts like a sponge, holding water against the tiles long after rain has stopped. Over time, that constant moisture can weaken protective coatings, encourage cracks, and create the perfect environment for further biological growth. Most people only notice the problem when expensive repairs become necessary. By then, the moss may have been growing for years. But in Japan, many homeowners take a completely different approach. Instead of waiting for moss to take over the roof, they use a simple maintenance method designed to stop it before serious damage begins. And surprisingly, one of the key ingredients is something most people already have at home. Before we reveal the Japanese method, you first need to understand what roof moss is actually doing to your roof while you are not looking. Japan receives a significant amount of rainfall every year, and many regions experience long periods of humidity that should, in theory, create the perfect conditions for roof moss to thrive. Yet despite this, heavily moss-covered roofs are surprisingly less common on well-maintained Japanese homes. The reason is not expensive roof coatings or constant professional cleaning. It comes down to a maintenance philosophy focused on prevention rather than restoration. In Japan, homeowners are often encouraged to treat the roof as a living part of the house that requires regular attention long before visible problems appear. Small patches of moss are dealt with early, before they have time to spread across large sections of the roof. Leaves, branches, and organic debris are also removed regularly because they trap moisture and create ideal growing conditions for moss spores. Another important factor is moisture management. Japanese home maintenance places a strong emphasis on airflow and sunlight exposure wherever possible. Overhanging branches are trimmed, gutters are kept clear, and areas where water tends to collect are monitored closely. These simple habits make it much harder for moss to establish itself in the first place. But according to Japanese maintenance specialists, the biggest mistake homeowners make is waiting until the roof turns visibly green before taking action. By the time moss becomes obvious from the ground, its root-like structures may already be holding moisture against the roof for months or even years. That is why prevention is always considered easier, cheaper, and safer than removing a severe infestation later on. Most people think roof moss is simply a cosmetic problem, a little green growth that makes a roof look older than it really is. But in reality, moss is a living organism that can create conditions that gradually damage roofing materials over time. Unlike grass or plants that grow in soil, moss survives by absorbing moisture directly from the environment. Once it establishes itself on a roof, it begins acting like a sponge, soaking up rainwater and holding that moisture against the surface long after the surrounding roof has dried. This constant dampness is where the real problem begins. As moss grows thicker, it spreads across the gaps and edges between roof tiles. The dense layer blocks sunlight and slows evaporation, allowing moisture to remain trapped for much longer periods. During colder seasons, that trapped water can expand and contract as temperatures change, increasing stress on the roofing material. Moss can also trap leaves, dirt, and organic debris, creating an even larger moisture reservoir on the roof. Over time, this damp environment may encourage additional biological growth, including algae, mold, and lichen. And the longer the moss remains undisturbed, the stronger its hold becomes. What starts as a small patch of green growth can slowly spread across large sections of the roof, creating a cycle of moisture retention that becomes increasingly difficult to stop without proper treatment. When homeowners finally notice moss spreading across their roof, most of them want to remove it as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, many of the most common cleaning methods can actually cause more damage than the moss itself. One of the biggest mistakes is pressure washing. While blasting the roof with high-pressure water may remove the visible moss instantly, it can also strip away protective surface coatings and force water underneath the tiles. In many cases, the roof looks cleaner afterward, but the damage created by the pressure may not become visible until much later. Another common mistake is scraping moss aggressively with hard metal tools. Moss often attaches itself tightly to the roof surface, and excessive scraping can crack, chip, or weaken roofing materials while leaving behind small fragments that continue growing later. Many people also rely on strong chemical treatments without understanding what they are applying. Harsh chemicals may kill the visible moss, but they can sometimes damage surrounding plants, gutters, and even certain roofing materials if used incorrectly. But perhaps the biggest mistake of all is focusing only on the moss itself. Most homeowners remove the green growth they can see while ignoring the conditions that allowed it to grow in the first place. And unless moisture, shade, and trapped debris are addressed, the moss often returns surprisingly quickly, creating the same problem all over again. So what is the Japanese method for killing roof moss naturally without pressure washing or harsh chemical treatments? Surprisingly, the process focuses less on removing the moss immediately and more on creating an environment where the moss can no longer survive. In many traditional Japanese maintenance routines, salt has been used as a simple way to help dry out unwanted biological growth. The idea is not to blast the moss off the roof. Instead, the goal is to gradually deprive it of the moisture it depends on to stay alive. Once the moss begins losing water, its growth slows dramatically, and the green layer starts weakening naturally over time. The reason this method works is because moss is extremely dependent on moisture. Unlike larger plants, it does not have deep roots that can search for water underground. It absorbs moisture directly through its surface. When that moisture balance is disrupted, the moss struggles to survive. But perhaps the most important part of the Japanese approach is that killing the moss is only half of the solution. The real objective is preventing moisture from remaining trapped on the roof long enough for new moss to grow again. That is why the treatment is usually combined with simple maintenance habits that improve drainage, airflow, and sunlight exposure. Because once the moss loses its source of moisture, the entire cycle that allowed it to spread in the first place begins to break. The first step is choosing a dry day when no rain is expected for at least 24 hours. In Japanese home maintenance, timing is considered important because the treatment works best when the roof surface is relatively dry. Before applying anything, loose leaves, twigs, and organic debris are gently removed from the roof and gutters. This helps expose the moss and improves airflow across the surface. Next, a light layer of salt is applied directly onto the moss-covered areas. The goal is not to completely bury the roof in salt, but to distribute it evenly across the affected sections where moisture tends to accumulate. In traditional maintenance practices, the salt is then left undisturbed so it can begin drawing moisture away from the moss naturally. Over the following days, the moss gradually starts losing its vibrant green color as dehydration weakens its structure. Unlike pressure washing, which removes the visible growth instantly but can damage roofing materials, this process works slowly and gently. Once the moss has dried and weakened, a soft brush can be used to remove the loose material carefully without scraping or damaging the roof tiles. Any remaining debris is then cleared away to prevent future moisture retention. Finally, nearby tree branches are trimmed where possible. Gutters are cleaned, and shaded areas are monitored regularly. In Japanese roof maintenance, these simple prevention steps are often considered just as important as the treatment itself, because they help stop the moss from returning again in the future. The reason this Japanese roof moss method works so effectively comes down to one thing: moisture control. Moss is a very simple organism compared to larger plants. It does not have a deep root system that can search for water beneath the surface. Instead, it depends almost entirely on absorbing moisture directly from rain, humidity, and damp roof surfaces. Without a constant supply of water, moss quickly begins losing its ability to grow and spread. Salt plays an important role because it creates a process known as osmotic dehydration. When salt comes into contact with the moss, it draws water out of the plant cells, gradually drying the moss from the inside. As moisture leaves the tissue, the moss weakens, changes color, and eventually dies. But perhaps the most important reason the method works is that it targets the condition moss depends on most: persistent dampness. Pressure washing removes visible moss quickly, but it does very little to address the moisture problem that allowed the growth to develop in the first place. In many cases, the moss simply returns months later because the environment remains unchanged. The Japanese approach focuses on both treatment and prevention. By reducing moisture retention, improving airflow, removing debris, and weakening the moss naturally, the roof becomes a much less welcoming environment for future growth. And once that cycle of constant moisture is interrupted, moss often struggles to re-establish itself, making long-term maintenance significantly easier. Most homeowners assume moss returns because the previous cleaning method did not work properly. But according to Japanese maintenance specialists, the real reason is usually much simpler. The conditions that allowed the moss to grow were never removed in the first place. Moss spores are constantly present in the environment. They travel through the air, settle onto roofs, and wait for the right conditions to begin growing. The problem is not the spores themselves. The problem is moisture. Once a section of the roof remains damp for long periods, moss gains the perfect opportunity to establish itself again. One of the biggest causes is shade. Overhanging tree branches block sunlight and prevent the roof from drying quickly after rain. Leaves and organic debris create another problem by trapping moisture directly against the roof surface. Even clogged gutters can contribute by allowing water to remain near roofing materials longer than it should. Poor airflow makes the situation even worse. Without proper ventilation and sunlight, damp areas may stay wet for hours or even days after rainfall. To moss, that environment is almost ideal. This is why some homeowners remove moss successfully, only to see it return a few months later. The visible growth was removed, but the damp environment remained exactly the same. In Japanese roof maintenance, controlling shade, debris, drainage, and airflow is considered just as important as removing the moss itself. Because if the moisture stays, the moss almost always finds its way back. Behind these roof maintenance habits is a much deeper philosophy that shapes how many Japanese homeowners care for their homes. In Japan, maintenance is often viewed less as a response to damage and more as a way of preventing damage from happening in the first place. Instead of waiting until a roof develops serious moss growth, leaks, or expensive structural problems, small issues are addressed early while they are still easy to manage. This mindset is closely connected to the Japanese concept of mottainai, a feeling of regret over waste caused by neglect. Allowing a roof to deteriorate under years of trapped moisture, moss, and debris is often seen as avoidable damage rather than unavoidable aging. That is why many homeowners focus on regular inspections, gutter cleaning, branch trimming, and moisture control long before visible problems appear. Even simple habits reflect this philosophy. Fallen leaves are removed before they trap water, shaded areas are monitored carefully, and small patches of moss are treated before they spread across the entire roof. The goal is not simply to make the roof look clean. It is to preserve the structure underneath for as long as possible. And in many ways, that may be the real secret behind long-lasting Japanese homes. The focus is not on repairing major damage after it occurs, It is on preventing small problems from becoming major ones in the first place. If you want your roof to stay free from moss and moisture damage, there are a few habits Japanese maintenance experts recommend stopping immediately. The first is ignoring small patches of moss because they seem harmless. Moss rarely becomes a serious problem overnight. What starts as a tiny green patch can gradually spread across large sections of the roof, while trapping moisture against the tiles for years. Second, stop relying on pressure washing as a long-term solution. While it may remove visible moss quickly, high-pressure water can damage roofing materials and does nothing to address the conditions that cause the moss to grow in the first place. Third, never allow leaves, branches, and organic debris to accumulate on the roof. These materials trap moisture, block sunlight, and create the perfect environment for moss spores to establish themselves. Fourth, stop ignoring clogged gutters. In Japanese roof maintenance, gutters are considered part of the roof system because poor drainage allows water to remain near roofing materials far longer than intended. And finally, stop waiting for visible damage before inspecting your roof. Many homeowners only pay attention once leaks, stains, or major moss growth appear. By that point, moisture may have been affecting the roof for months or even years. In Japanese home care, small preventive inspections are often considered far more valuable than expensive repairs later on. The Japanese approach to roof moss is not built around powerful chemicals, expensive equipment, or aggressive pressure washing. It is built around understanding why moss grows in the first place and removing the conditions that allow it to survive. Moisture, shade, trapped debris, and poor airflow are often the real causes of the problem, while the moss itself is simply the visible symptom. And in many ways, that is the real lesson behind these methods. Most serious roof damage does not happen overnight. It develops slowly through small amounts of trapped moisture repeated year after year until the roof begins showing signs of wear that could have been prevented much earlier. But once the moss is treated properly and regular maintenance becomes part of the routine, the entire roof becomes easier to protect. Water drains more effectively, surfaces dry faster, and the risk of long-term moisture damage is reduced significantly. The Japanese method is not about finding a miracle solution. It is about combining a simple natural treatment with consistent preventive care. Because when moisture is controlled and small problems are addressed early, moss has far fewer opportunities to return. If you found this useful, subscribe for more practical Japanese methods that make everyday life cleaner, simpler, and more efficient. And next time, we are uncovering another hidden household problem that most people ignore until it becomes far more expensive to fix.